Okay, so if you ever bought a TV, you might not know how they determine the size of a TV. It turns out that the size of a TV is actually determined by the size of the diagonal. So from corner to corner. So from over here to over here. So when they say it's a 42-inch TV, it's not the width, it's actually the length of a diagonal. All right. So Jason decided to buy a 42-inch TV. Now, he wants the TV to be 20 inches tall. So what that means is the distance from here to over here. So this distance right here, that's 20 inches, right? And so we are asking, what's the width of the TV? So we're asking, what is this side? Okay, so let's try to draw this triangle so we can see what's going on here, right? So we know that the diagonal, which is this right here, that's 42 inches. We know the height is 20 inches. So we need to figure out what's going to be the width. Like, can we put it on this nightstand? Nightstand. Can you put it on the stand? Is gonna fall out or something is gonna fit there. So we're trying to figure out what's the width. Okay, where are we gonna place the thing? Okay, so this right here is x. So we need to solve for that x. So again, remember that when we solve a right triangle, right, because this angle is a right angle, so we're gonna get short side squared plus another short side squared equal the long side squared. So this would be x squared plus 400 equal, well, I don't know what 42 squared is. So 42 squared, that's 1764. Okay, great. So now let's subtract 400 from both sides. And then we're going to wind up with that, whatever that is, and then we'll take the square root. So let's see if we can do that. So we're going to subtract 400, right? We get 1364. So we found x squared equals 1364. Then we're going to take the square root for the final answer. So what is square root of 1364? By the way, if you press second and then this little minus thingy, that's like previous answer. So you don't have to like retype it. Just a little shortcut. So that's just 36.9. So that means that this other side, the width is 36.9. In the last example, and I am so happy that we are close. And this is our very last example. So we are looking at one more application, and this time about a sports field. Okay, so this is coach telling his team to run from one corner of the field to the opposite corner. So we know that the field is 57 yards. It's like the one of the sides, I don't know what you want to call it, length, width, whatever, I guess length. And then the other side is width. And we want to know how many yards do these players have to run, right? So let's draw like a triangle here. So he wants them to run from corner to corner. So we do not know that long side. But we know that this side is 111 because from here to here, right? It's the same as from here to here. That's 111. And we know that the other side is 57. So we're trying to solve that diagonal. So again, write down the Pythagorean theorem. Short side squared plus another short side squared equals long side squared. Okay, so let's see, what is 57 squared? Well, that's 3249. Good to know. Okay, what is 111 squared? Something really ugly. 12,321. Okay, 12,321 equals x squared. So now we gotta figure out what that is. Okay, so let's go back to our calculator. So we just want to add 3249 to the previous answer. So we've got some kind of number 15570. And that's equal x squared. So to get rid of the squared, we'll take the square root. And that's going to give us the distance those poor players have to run. So square root of this number, so I'm just pressing second and the little minus, it's 124.8. So we got 124.8, and always think whether it makes sense. And it does make sense because, you know, it's longer than 111. So that makes sense, but then this is like half distance from the other one, so that also makes sense. So 124.8 does make sense that that's what the answer is here.